Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Reuniting the Homeless with their loved ones and helping the homeless people that's in need. And today I have with me a homeless veteran. His name is James. James, introduce yourself to everybody.
Hello, my name is James. I'm a homeless vet out here in Fort Worth.
James is homeless and he's in Fort Worth area, and I saw him over here with a sign. And there's no way our homeless veterans should have to hold a sign. Tell me a little bit about where you actually from.
I'm from Northwestern Hills, Texas, north side of Fort Worth, and I've been homeless for about 6 years now.
Homeless for 6 years. What caused you to be homeless, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, after I got out of the Navy, my parents passed away, and just one thing after another, I started using drugs, got addicted to drugs, and ever since then, I've just been downhill.
Yeah, well, we know how that is. We know a lot of people that have addiction problems, and we don't hold that against you. What we try to do is get everybody reunited with their loved ones and to see if they would be willing to give you a second chance. Let me ask you something about your time in the Navy. Were you in the Navy?
Yes, sir.
How long were you in the Navy?
6 years.
Tell us a little bit about your time in the Navy.
Well, it was good. I enjoyed myself. I was an aviation machinist mate. I worked on MH-53 helicopters. I've been to Iraq once, and otherwise, other than that, I got out with an honorable discharge and served my time honorably.
Wow, that's great. We have a veteran that got out with an honorable discharge to serve this country well. Are you married or have any kids?
No, I'm not married. I'm divorced, and I have no kids.
Oh, really? How long were you married? I don't mean to get in your business, but I'm just curious because we have every homeless person have a different story, and I was just wondering, what caused your divorce?
Whenever my mom started passing away in 2013, I started to use drugs a little bit to cope with it, and that's once I started using drugs, that's when everything started going downhill in my marriage, and we ended up getting divorced.
We know. I'm sorry to hear all of that because that's some of the things that happen in life, but we hope you'll be able to get everything together and maybe reunite with your wife. But let me ask you, while you out here on the streets, how have the Samaritans been treating you? Have you been treated well? How do they treat you when you're out here holding this sign?
Well, the citizens around here in Fort Worth are great. There's a lot of really good people. A lot of the businesses around here, though, tend to not be too kind to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Oh, wow. How is your sleeping arrangements with the elements? I know we've been having over 100-degree weather here, and I've been worried about the homeless people. And I asked that all my listeners bring some water with you when you leave the house to give to the homeless people because it's hot out here. How have you been coping with this heat?
Well, the best I can. I drink as much water as possible and try to stay in the shade. Other than that, it's miserable out here. Really? It's really hard.
Do you have a certain place that you sleep at night, or do you move from place to place?
I usually just stay right back here.
This is his humble living arrangements, everybody, and there's no way a Navy veteran should live like this. Show my listeners this area that this Navy veteran is living in, and this is unacceptable. We have broken wood over here. Show this broken wood. We have a shopping cart here, and this is where you sleep.
Yes, sir.
America. Let's look in the mirror and see, is this where one of our heroes should be living? Someone who fought for this country. We need to do better than this. Let me ask you something else. Are you by yourself out here, or do you have any friends that you may be with to help you out?
Yeah, I have a couple friends out here, but other than that, I'm pretty much alone. But I got a few friends that I've met out here.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, these are proud people out here, homeless, everybody, and they don't be asking for help. They just out here with a sign and hoping good Samaritans come by and do something for them. What is the most important thing out here that if you had to ask the people of America to give to homeless people that's out here on the streets, what would it be?
I would say any type of food or water, and honestly just compassion, because we're humans too. We're not broken or damaged goods. We just need help, just like anybody else.
That's not much to ask. And I wonder, do we have compassion anymore? Because I'm seeing more homeless people on the streets, and now I'm wondering, is anybody getting the message? There's no way we should have this homeless problem like this. Do you have any other family anywhere other than your ex-wife? How about your mother and father?
My mother and father have passed away, but I have a sister that lives in Euless, and she works for American Airlines, and she stays right here in Euless.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you in touch with her anyway?
No, I'd like to be, but I haven't been in touch with her in a little while.
Well, if she was watching this right now, what would you like to say to your sister?
I'd like to tell her that I love her, and I hope to talk to her soon and get reunited with her.
Let me add, you said you was in the Navy.
Yes, sir.
What was your specialty while you was in the Navy?
I was an aviation machinist mate. I worked on helicopters, engines, and rotor systems.
Oh, really? So you have experience doing that type of work?
Yes, sir.
Well, we have a lot of defense contracting companies in the Metroplex area that would need somebody with experience like you. You have pretty good experience in this.
Yes, sir.
So that is what your expertise is in work.
Yes.
America, another thing I like to do is when I meet a homeless person with some skills that would like to get back in the workforce, I like for him to let everybody know what it is he can do and where he can be located, because if there is a job out there that someone's willing to give to somebody that want to be that is a hard worker, and he have the credentials. He is an ex-military man who has a honorable discharge, so he would be a great worker for somebody. So right now, I want all the people who are willing to actually help homeless people by giving them a job and giving them a second chance to look at him, and he's going to give you his name and where he's actually be located, so you can come by and give him a helping hand. Now tell him your name and where you mostly be located in.
Okay. My name is James Marciano, and I'm always here at Berry and 35.
He's always here at Berry at 35. And the landmarks is a Rio Grande food mart over there. And across from here, we have a tire shop and Franklin Electric Company, and on the main street, Berry, there is a McDonald's and a Chevron gas station. And this is where he be. So America, it's time for us to step up and and actually do something that's meaningful. Let's start helping out by giving them jobs that are available. And we have a lot of jobs that's out there. So let's start trying to get the homeless back working. We have a man right here that is willing to work. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So all we ask is that those out there that have the resources to help get our homeless people back in the workforce, that is one of the best ways to fix the homeless problem. Let's get this untapped workforce back working. Thank you so much for talking to me. It's been a pleasure, and it's always great to meet someone who served this country well. And let's not forget, our veterans must not be forgotten voices, because they fought for these privileges that we take for granted right now. So now it's time for us to give back to the veterans. And before I go, tell them your name one more time and where you be, because I want someone to come help you.
James Marciano, and I'm at Berry and 35.
Thank you very much, everybody, and let's help fix the homeless problem. Thank you.